What's going on, you degenerate dipshits? We're back again with another fucking banger. Let's get right into it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Over the Octagon. We're fresh off UFC 301, where we saw Pantoja defeat Steve Erceg. We saw the return of the King of Rio, Jose Aldo, looking like prime Aldo, with another video announcement during the fight last night of Conor McGregor's return, June 29th. And more, man. We're going to get into it, dig deep, dive into all the different things that came and topics that come out of UFC 301. Don't forget, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, rate the show, give it 5 stars, leave a review. Catch you on the next one.
Hey, pussy, are you still there?
I actually admire that you can actually be this fake. And like when the TV comes on, how you can just change. You're the scum of the earth.
You don't doubt me, I couldn't do it. The odds that I couldn't do it. Look at me now. Look at me. Calm down. Headshot. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Was Gucci?
What's up, baby? Back again. Fresh off UFC 301 last night.
Let's go.
Pretty good card, too.
Not bad.
Like, it was going so fast and quick because there was so many finishes. But a lot of, like, talking points, right? Like, we were kind of talking before this. You got a lot of talking points, man. Where do you want to start? Kind of get into, just unpack all the different things from 301. Where do you think you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, we could start. I mean, not really necessarily in the early prelims. I mean, there was, it finished off with a TKO KO to end the early prelims. But in the prelims, I mean, there were some decent fights in the prelims. I mean, you had the controversial, really not controversial, but the doctor stoppage to end the prelims with Jack Shore's leg just getting absolutely exploded by a kick.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
so that they did,
that?
It was TKO doctor stoppage. Jack Shore loses. I mean, his leg was really beat up. Then he got kicked really hard, split his shin open. It was bleeding a ton. It looked really bad, but I don't really understand how they stopped that fight for that, for that wound. Even, like, we've seen so much worse.
Way worse.
So much worse, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to be honest, that was almost to the end of the second round. He would have been down 2 rounds to none. He was losing that fight, but either way, like, you hate to see
he saw a bone or something. Like, there has to be a reason because, like, dude, think about the time. Like,
that is what they said.
They saw bone?
Well, not that they saw bone, but I guess that it was such a deep wound that they were worried that that he would fracture his leg. That more of those kicks would have fractured his leg.
I mean, it's
so fighting. It's that was kind of a lame stoppage in my opinion. I don't know anybody that I saw on social media last night or today so far that was okay with that stoppage.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Nate Diaz have his whole eye split open almost like every fight he gets into.
Yeah, he's had some they've stopped, remember they stopped the fight with him and Jorge Masvidal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just not great, man. Not great. But yeah, I mean, that was your featured prelim. So, a little bit disappointing there, but the prelims were all decisions, right? Early prelims we had
all but one.
Jamie Malarkey got KO'd, but a lot of decisions. And then the first fight of the night, Borjas got KO'd, but other than that, like, that gets you to the main card, and the main card was all finishes except for the main and the co-main.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, like, you have Paul Craig and Baralho, right? So, okay, looks like Baralho got a $50,000 bonus performance of the night as well.
Yeah, he did.
So he knocked out Paul Craig in the second round, man, and I'm so far out on Paul Craig now.
Yeah, Paul Craig's just, I mean, that whole pull guard shit is just kind of annoying at this point. Like, if you don't learn how to strike at this point in your career, like, just give it up, dude. You're not gonna win fights there's so many people that are way too elite nowadays to fall for that bull crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody who thought Paul Craig was going to knock this guy out was stupid. Like,
yeah,
come
did
on,
you
let's
see
be
that
real.
guy that was like he made
Yeah.
like a whole TikTok? He made it like his whole personality. He was
that's
putting
one of
money
those,
on
like,
Paul
betting.
Craig.
That's one of those bet guys, man. Those bet guys are annoying.
Well, and it's like you're picking like some outrageous thing. I'd be
putting
interested to know if
$5,000
he
on
even
it.
bet it.
He did.
You know what I
He
mean?
showed tickets.
I don't know. I think that shit's fake. I think they're full of shit. I think they're making fake bets for fucking clicks.
You're probably right. He probably made it, took a picture of it, and then like cashed out or something.
Cashed it out. Of course.
If you can do that. I don't know if
Yeah,
you can
you
do that
can.
for
You can.
TKO/KOs.
Yep. But so Paul Craig gets knocked out first fight of the night. Then you get this was kind of weird too, right? So Michael
This was controversial.
gets a standing guillotine submission against Ihor Potiere, but ended up actually submitting him unconscious. I think he tapped, and then by the time he let him go, he just fell
backwards. Yeah,
smacked his head. But yeah, there was like a weird discussion between the refs, the judges, the athletic commissioner, whoever. Michael Pereira's done those weird backflips into guys when they're on their back and he's standing up. He did it again last night and ended up kneeing Ihor Potiere in the
shoulder.
It was kind of in the shoulder, chin, neck area. So I think that's why they let it go.
Sure.
But, man, like that could have been – I was going to be so pissed if they took that win away from him and made it like a no contest. That would have been so lame.
I saw it. I thought it was either a meme or a video or somebody had made, and it was like Bruce Buffer going in to like get the call from the judges and the refs, and it was like, wait, what? Ain't no way I'm going to go out there and announce this as a no contest in Brazil. This guy won.
Yeah. He did, dude. He looked so good. Under a minute. Under a minute. He's another guy similar to Paul Craig, but he's just way better than Paul Craig right now. He's on a crazy win streak. He got a performance of the night bonus as well, $50K from Michael Pereira. But like he dropped down from light heavyweight to middleweight, right? And he's crushing it. Paul Craig did that, and
people who fight like him, man, they're very hard to beat. But if he gets like caught, he's out. He's going to be out. But his fighting style is it's kind of like a Yuri fighting style. It's just kind of all over the fucking place and just like in and out, all over the place. Kicks this, throw this.
He's so fast and powerful, though.
I know.
You know, he's so fast and powerful. Like he super aggressive. A lot of guys can't put up with that level of aggression.
No, and that's what fucks. That's why he is winning fights. Is because of that fighting style.
He
alone.
just steamrolls people.
Yeah.
He did last night, and this, Ihor Potiere is a fucking beast too, man. Like I was expecting this to be a closer fight than it was. Michael Pereira just went out there and did his thing. Need a guy in the face, but did his thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
But that's the other thing too. Like, that's a dumbass rule.
It is a dumb rule.
It's a dumbass rule. We need to change. Like, no kneeing down to opponents thing is stupid.
Yep. I agree.
It's whack, dude.
Now, I can understand kicking a downed opponent.
Like no soccer kicks and shit like that.
Soccer kicks, but like if you're like on all fours and I'm on top of you, I should be able to like knee you.
Yeah.
In the rib or in the face or whatever.
And it's like that whole thing, like we posted that video a while back, and it's that whole thing with like these, especially like Russian wrestlers and the guys that are taking over the UFC. They're only being so dominant and good because they take advantage of that rule. Like in a real fight, you're getting kneed in your fucking face.
Yeah.
They just put a hand down and it's like, oh, but can't touch me. Now, obviously, this wasn't like that, right? Like this guy was down on his back. He did a fucking backflip, but like still, I just that whole rule is whack. Like no kneeing a downed opponent is stupid. It doesn't make sense when you look at like, some of the you can elbow somebody in the face,
right?
Boom! I can do that and rain that down when I'm on top of you, but I can't. I can't knee you if you have 3 fingers down or your palm on the ground. I mean,
so dumb.
Doesn't make any sense, man.
I agree.
But that was awesome. Good for, Barallo and Michael Peretta for $50K bonuses, performance of the night.
Yeah, he's on a killing spree, dude.
Yeah, and then we got surprised. We got super, super surprised. Anthony fucking Smith.
Out of nowhere, bro.
First round submission victory over Vitor Petrino. Petrino may be the worst light heavyweight there ever was. I don't know. If you I said this to you guys last night, right? Like the last guy that Anthony Smith beat was Ryan Spann. So if you're losing to Anthony Smith at this point, you're on the same level as Ryan Spann, which just means you suck. You're trash. You suck. Anthony Smith is...
And Vitor Petrino was undefeated.
Yeah, what a loser, dude. What an absolute loser. Brazil's a dump. I wanted to get the audio bite of Colby Covington.
Oh yeah.
Remember Colby Covington's like WWE promo he cut in the Octagon in Brazil?
Damn, he had a good little run going though, man. Like 3 fights by like 2 fights by decision, 3 fights by finish in his UFC career, undefeated.
Yeah, well, nah, I don't know.
And then now all of a sudden it's like, dude, how do you let Anthony? I mean, I get it.
Well,
Anthony Smith at one point was a title contender, top of the weight division. Like he was there, you know. Until John Jones came along and ended that whole reign. But
well, that timeline doesn't really match up. What do you mean?
I'm talking about back in when Anthony Smith and John Jones fought back in the day.
Yeah, I just like.
I mean, Anthony Smith's been around forever, dude. He's been fighting.
Well, you
forever.
said it ended that reign. I was like, what are you talking?
Well, he was good. Like Anthony Smith was like at the top of the division then. Like,
yeah.
And then now he's like not even competing against the top of the division.
Well, he's ranked 10th. He's, on paper, this is a matchup that's a good stepping stone for Vitor Petrino. Like honestly, I felt like this fight was Petrino's to lose, and he gave it away. Like he put himself in a guillotine, and then just let Anthony Smith choke him out.
Jones, he's lost 5 times.
Yeah,
in his career, he lost twice afterwards. Like literally, but he beat Gustafsson after he lost to John Jones. So like he beat good guys in the division, beat Rashad Evans, like Shogun. He like back in those days, like Anthony Smith was good. But obviously not now. I mean,
right?
The division, he's just not there.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's not good. It's a shallow ass division. They're the bottom of it. And then undefeated. It's kind of like at this level, if you're undefeated, but then you go out and lose like that to Anthony Smith, and like that undefeated record was bullshit in the first place. Like that was a padded ass record.
Yeah, and then like I'm wondering like, what was going on with Anthony Smith like 3 fights ago. Like, man, he was kind of like losing his mind. Was like he just in a bad spot in life or something where he tried to get back and like because he seemed pretty focused last night. He didn't look off. He didn't look weird. He didn't look bad at all. I mean,
yeah,
to get to finish that quickly, I mean.
I don't know. I don't think
he's got another run in him, but
I don't think my personal opinion, like I don't think Anthony Smith won that fight last night. I think Petrino lost it. In the stand up, like Petrino's a lot faster than Anthony Smith. He's stronger than him. Anthony Smith looked a little timid to me because again, it's like same thing we were talking about with Michael Peretta. Like it's a lot to deal with somebody that's like in that kind of aggressive and fast style. But then again, like Petrino just gave him a fucking guillotine, dude.
Yeah,
he literally, which made it worse.
Yeah,
like that's not what you do to defend a guillotine. He literally gift wrapped the guillotine and just fucking handed it to Anthony Smith. Well, here, submit me, please.
Remember the front faced guillotine we saw last night, trying to break free, where he tried to slam. What was it, Klaus? He tried to slam him forward instead of like backwards, and then he fucking slammed his face right into the ground.
Yeah, these
Still
guys,
got
dude,
caught, and still got caught in the guillotine, but eventually, obviously, got out. But
yeah, these guys, man, I don't know. So like that's like how I saw that anyway. I just felt like Petrino gave that shit away.
so,
He
what do we
really
see
did.
next for Anthony Smith? Do we see him fight his counterpart, his twin?
He dies if they do that. If they do
well,
that,
he's got to fight somebody. He's not fucking stopping.
he should retire. He should
He
retire. He
but
sucks.
he's not going to.
Nah, he stinks, dude. I don't know. I mean, they could give him Goose Golf, I guess. That'd be the quickest way to end his career. Yeah, I don't know. I hate Anthony Smith. I think he's a fucking loser. I think he sucks. His career's over. He's just literally a fucking punching bag for people, except
Did
when
you
he
hate
fights
Anthony
idiots.
Smith 5 years ago? 3 years ago?
He's irrelevant. I don't know. Never really cared too much about him. I think he's a fucking dork. I don't like him as a commentator. They've tried to make him a commentator. I think he sucks at that. He needs to just go find himself a gym somewhere and go teach little kids how to fucking kickbox and leave this shit for people that are actually good at the sport.
Oh, you can't hate on Anthony Smith. I don't think he's good now, but he did have a good career.
Nah, he's whack, dude. He sucks. He sucks, dude, and he's gonna lose. If they give him Goose Golf, it's not gonna be there's levels to this shit. First of all, dude, there's not levels to anything when this guy just literally is here, fucking just take my neck and choke me out. You know? You act like that was some crazy feat of skill that you
finish is a finish, bro.
That you mastered through and you beat him. I don't know. Just Petrino's an idiot. Anthony Smith got a victory because it was gift wrapped to him. He's still a bum. If they give him Goose Golf, his Russian counterpart, his Russian twin, I think he dies. I think they're going to end up having to Undertaker bring a coffin in the octagon, carry him out, call the morgue in the corner because there's going to be a dead body in there.
Yeah,
that they're going to have
to. Is definitely compromised though. He's especially after Khalil Roundtree.
Yeah, so you're going to give him a knockout artist like Goose Golf and think that, Goose Golf's not going to give him that guillotine, dude. He's not gift wrapped in wins around here.
I know. Anyway,
but that's your co-main. So now let's get this
wasn't
brings
the
you your
co-main.
This brings you to co-main. So fucking King of Rio, Jose Aldo comes back,
son.
Comes back, fights Jonathan Martinez, puts on an absolute masterclass, wins a really sound unanimous decision.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like the moment was getting to Martinez a little bit.
I agree. I said that. Remember? I said,
yeah.
I think he just realized when he got in there, who he was fighting and where they were fighting at. And it's you're fighting the literal best Brazilian martial artist outside of Anderson Silva of all time.
Right.
And you're in his hometown.
Yeah.
He
not
is
even
the king
home
of
country,
Rio.
hometown. Yeah.
Hometown. That would get to anybody, but only one person, obviously. But that would get to anybody,
right? I think I don't know, and I said this to you last night while we were talking about this. It's almost I feel like Martinez underestimated Jose Aldo.
Agreed.
Thought, oh, he's retired. Oh, he's old. It's not going to be the same scary Jose Aldo. And then when they came out, they started fighting. Dude, Jose Aldo looked so crisp from jump. From the very beginning, he looked crisp.
Bro.
You know what I mean? And so I feel like that was probably a little wake-up call for Jonathan Martinez, or maybe scared him a little bit, oh, shit. This is not what I thought was going to happen. And, yeah, Jose Aldo did his thing. Unanimous decision victory. Easily over Jonathan Martinez. I would have liked to see him get the finish. I think he could have gotten it in the third round, but he was I think he just was playing it safe and getting a victory.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think he could have gotten the finish late in the third round, and then he took him down, remember, and just kind of laid on him a little bit and held him down, held the control. because he rocked him to get there. Like, he
Yeah.
hurt him bad to get there. So I think if he wanted to, he probably could have pushed to get this finish, but he was already up.
Oh, yeah, he's
basically-
talking about the third round.
Yeah, he was already up
you're right.
2 rounds in that. He won the third round with that moment. So I think he just kind of secured the victory at the end of the third, which, for first fight back, coming out of retirement after already being inducted into the Hall of Fame, no complaints at that performance.
So, like, what do we do next here? I mean, we see
Sean O'Malley.
It's great, dude. That would fucking be awesome.
Sean O'Malley.
Cheeto Vera said, "Let's run it back." I saw that. Sorry,
Okay.
Cheeto. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody.
Yeah,
wants
that's
to
kind
see
of
it.
like, I'd rather see Aldo just like go out there and like seriously compete for something.
I loved whoever said. You may have said Piotr
Peter
Yan
Yan.
Aldo. Like,
Yeah.
that one would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, it's
That's-
really like, what about Cejudo?
Yeah, if Cejudo's, I think Cejudo retired after he lost to Merab. Remember,
Merab
there was
again?
that whole thing where
Because
he
he's
was
still ranked
pissed-
number 5. So
he was pissed that they didn't give him his moment in the octagon, and Dana said that you already retired once, you don't get to do it again. That was
That's right,
Merab's
that's
night.
right. That's right.
All that, but I don't know. I mean, the another good Peter Yan.
We're
Corey
talking about
Sand.
jumping Jose Aldo from number 12 to fucking number 3.
Yeah,
But I
fuck it.
mean, hey, fuck it though. If
Yeah.
we've seen it like the UFC has done it plenty of times before, dude. Jose Aldo is a former. He is a goat,
Yeah,
arguably top 5 of
Yep.
all time. If there's
Mhm.
anybody that's going to be able to deserve to fight for that again, it's going to be somebody like him or anybody that would ever come back. Like
yeah.
McGregor's
What about
gonna get the
Corey?
same
What about
treat-
Corey Sandhagen?
I don't like that fight. To be fair, I want Corey Sandhagen O'Malley only. If I don't see that, I don't give.
Corey
a fuck.
Sandhagen has to fight somebody before
I
he
know,
fights O'Malley.
I know. I
So-
don't give a shit who he fights. I just don't want to see.
Why not
Joe.
Aldo?
I don't like.
That's
I don't
like
that
that's
matchup.
literally a number 1 contender fight. Because O'Malley,
I like Jan. I like Jan Aldo better than I like Sandhagen
O'Malley-
Aldo.
O'Malley's gonna fight Merab. As much as I say fuck Merab and just let Aldo fight for the belt, I think that would be hilarious. But O'Malley's gonna fight Merab, and then you need a contender after that. If they don't do like, O'Malley Taporia or something outside of the bantamweight division. Which,
Well, if O'Malley loses to Murad, does he get a rematch? Then that's the question you got to ask, because then that's going to hold the division up even longer. They're already
hold it
not
up
going to
from
be
who?
fighting until fucking September.
hold it up. Yeah, hold it up from who? I mean, well, that's because
I mean,
O'Malley
for-
already fought and defended this year. So, I mean, he'll fight again
if they
towards
fight
the
in
end of the
September,
year.
then they won't fight it. He won't. Whoever wins that, they won't fight again until top of the year 2025.
Right.
So by that time, it's like, dude, Davison Figueiredo deserves to fight in the top 5 at the pace he's going. Like,
Yep.
maybe give him Corey Sandhagen, and
Yeah.
let whoever wins that fights the winner of fucking.
Yeah, I think Davison Figueiredo deserves a shot at the top 3
I do
before a guy like Aljamain Sterling does.
too. I agree.
That's my opinion on guys that have moved up. So obviously Davison Figueiredo moved up from flyweight to bantamweight.
Aljo's in a different weight division now, so
He moved up from bantamweight to featherweight.
either way, yeah.
They both moved up weight classes. So I'm saying, like, for guys that have, recently former champions that have
okay,
moved
okay.
up weight classes,
I got
Davison Figueiredo, I mean, I like the way that he fights, and I'd rather see him get a top 3, over like a fucking Aljo. Fuck Aljo, dude. Just any opportunity I can spin this in to say fuck Aljo. Really, that's all.
Well,
that was.
I honestly think that like Ortega deserves, like Max Holloway deserves it over Aljamain or Aljo in that division. Ortega deserves it over
Aljo's
Aljo
like
in that
8th,
division.
dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, he needs to fight like Yair. Or,
let's make him fight Yair or Josh Emmett. Let's see.
Yeah,
let's
fight
see
Josh Emmett.
Let's see Aljo get fucking popped
Yeah.
by one of those Emmett Wrights.
Yeah, fight Josh Emmett. Yeah, for sure. He's gonna have that's the thing. There's no favoritism for Aljo, so he's gonna if he wants to climb up in the featherweight division, he's gonna have to do it legit, right? Like he's gonna have to do it like a normal contender coming up. They're not gonna give him, free passes. They're not gonna let him skip the line. He just doesn't have that kind of pull.
He's still top 15 pound for pound.
Yeah, well, 2 division, yeah, makes sense. But yeah, so Aldo, I don't know, man. Jan, I like Jan. I think you give him like a top 5. Why not?
Yeah,
I
agree.
Let's get him in the mix.
Fuck it, why not, dude? He may not even fight again, to be honest. We may not even see him fight again. That may have been his last fight on his contract, and he may just have went out there just to do it and get it done with, win, and because he did say last night when they asked him what's next, he was just like, I'm going to sit down at the table with Dana and talk about it. So who knows? He didn't really say anything much past that,
Yeah, he did say he wanted to be a champion again. So that's kind of where all that came from.
Yeah, but he could want to be like a boxing champion, you know what I'm saying?
No, you're not going to be a champion in boxing. He knows better than that.
No.
If he's going to boxing, he's going for like some stupid
money fight
or something.
Pacquiao, Aldo.
Yeah, some gimmick fight or something. But anyway, main event, Alexander Pantoja wins a unanimous decision over Steve Erceg. A lot of people upset at the decision. A lot more upset at the decision than I think I thought. I knew it was closer than like you guys were saying last night, but like one judge had it 4 rounds to 1. The other 2 had it 3-2. And realistically,
it was definitely 3-2.
Yeah, so one judge had it 4-1 Pantoja. The other judges had it 3-2 Pantoja. Yeah. But it really came down to, I guess, really the second round. There was some like clear favorites for Erceg. So I feel like the second round was really close. That's when he hit him with the elbow and cut his forehead.
I think it was a headbutt, wasn't it? Didn't you say it was an accidental headbutt?
No. That's how Erceg cut his hairline. That happened in the
you're talking about how the first round cut.
Yeah, he cut Pantoja with that elbow in the second round. I think he could have won that round based on damage. That's supposed to be the number one criteria in judging a fight, not control time. Pantoja did wrestle him a lot, got a lot of tautakedowns, controlled him.
He outstruck him too.
Yeah, by the numbers overall, over the course of the whole fight, he outstruck him. So, I don't know. I mean, I'll say this. I think you could make a case to say that Erceg won. But I also don't think it's like a robbery. Like, people are acting as if it's like the biggest robbery, since O'Malley Jan or something. Like, it's just like, I don't see that. But it's, I definitely didn't expect him to look that good against
Erceg?
the champion.
Yeah, to be honest, I would rather see a rematch between them two than any other fight in that division.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, screw Amir Albazi, screw Muhammad Makayev. Like, none of those guys, bro. Like, let's get Erceg back in there one more time, and let's just see. Because if they don't move Steve Erceg into the top 5 after that performance last night, these rankings are flawed, bro.
Yeah, I mean, has anybody ever moved up 5 spots in the rankings after a loss, do you think?
I don't know, but he deserves to.
He deserves it. Yeah,
that's
100%.
Like, he could have won that title last night, and then he would be the champ, and then what?
He moved up 10 spots.
Yeah.
He'd have been the top dog.
So at least meet us halfway with a controversial decision loss and put him at number 5.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. I think I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that get run back. I'm trying to think now, like, looking at it, like, you're not going to run back Brandon Royval. We already know Brandon Moreno is taking some time off. Obviously you have Amir Albazi. Muhammad Makayev is another name that, like, fans of that kind of stupid crotch sniffing wrestling style always call for. But like, man, I can't think of a more boring fight than that. I mean, they're both like grapplers. They're going to be laying on top of each other or trying to lay on top of each other the whole time. Steve Erceg, when these rankings update, I think it's on Tuesday, I expect him to be above Tim Elliott. He's going to be above Matthias Nicolau. He's going to be above Manel Cape. And it comes down to Muhammad Makayev. Like, are they going to put him above Makayev? Are they going to put him above Alex Perez? Alex Perez obviously coming off a big
Just
win.
One. Yeah.
Big knockout win. I don't think you can put him above him. He's fifth.
It's true.
I think he probably ends up seventh.
Seventh, you think?
Yeah, I unless they pass him up against Muhammad Makayev, which would be
we got Tatsuro Taira fighting too, right? Who is he fighting?
Yeah, they just announced that. What
Is he fighting Tim Elliott?
That's something like that. Yeah, Tim Elliott maybe. That's the end of this month or something, right?
No, not the end of this month. I don't think. June.
Yeah, it's in end of June. I'm sorry. Yeah, middle or end of June. So yeah, I mean he's 13th, but I mean you could have him coming into the top 10. But after last night, just looking at Steve Erceg, like I think Steve Erceg's about to jump 3 spots in the flyweight rankings after a loss.
At
which is
least
fucking crazy. Yeah,
at least
I don't
3.
know. We'll see. I don't remember that ever happening. So like, we'll see if that. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know what I mean? But so. Yeah, that was UFC 301. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really good card, main card. Aside from ESPN Plus.
Oh, that was the worst. It was the worst thing ever, bro. It killed every part of the vibe to start the main event, dude. The main card.
Yeah, it did for me also. So we obviously weren't the only ones that had this issue. But so obviously, like I spoke on support. So here's what happened. For anybody listening, like we were unable to watch the fights on our computers together the way we normally do. ESPN, watching it on ESPN Plus through the browser, even though we bought an $80 goddamn pay-per-view, I wasn't able to watch it through an ESPN browser. You could watch it on the ESPN app. So like I turned it on Fire TV or Fire Stick on the TV. That worked fine. You could watch it on your phone. That works fine. But you couldn't watch it through a browser. Obviously, that wasn't the case for everybody, but it did affect a good group of people. I want a refund. Like, I'm demanding a refund. I think it's bullshit.
Hell yeah.
That, I was upset to pay $80 for what I thought was kind of a mid pay-per-view to begin with. But then, and then you just completely fuck me out of being able to watch it the way I want to, which then, it just totally kills. Like, we were doing a fight companion last night. It kind of ruined the fight companion. We had to end that.
Yep.
Just all in all, ESPN Plus, fuck you. They need to make this shit right or I'm riding. And hopefully when UFC's TV rights are up, they sign someplace else.
Yeah, get rid of this ESPN
disastrous
Plus bullshit, dude.
That was disastrous. What else? We talked about McGregor, right? So they shot a little fight promo.
Which was super dope.
They shot a little fight promo for McGregor. Yeah, it was. It was super dope.
Little foggy dew action.
Little foggy dew action.
Fog, and then you just see see the shadow of McGregor.
Yep. So June 29th.
Fuck Michael Chandler, right?
I know. Well, and it's like, it's kind of like, like they already announced it. So it was kind of like a cool promo. And I'm wondering if what I think would be really cool is if there's multiple parts to that. Yeah. So like maybe there's more announcements, right? People have hinted at this 165-pound title or, something else that kind of adds weight to that fight. Maybe that's like a part 1 to a multiple part promo that ends in, some big announcement for the fight. I think that would be sick.
That would be dope.
And then the other thing that happened is you pointed out to me, John Jones has a verbal agreement and a date.
Oh, yeah. Confirmed on Twitter, apparently, from him. He said he'll let
him.
Daddy Dana announce it, so we'll find out what that may be. I'm gonna go with it's gonna likely be sometime in August, September, October-ish area.
He's in the gym. He's back in the gym. He's back training. We know that, but yeah. So John Jones tweets that he has a date, but it's only a verbal agreement. There is no contract signed, so he'll let Dana announce that when Dana wants to announce that. Did not say the opponent. So, like, I'm just gonna assume that it's Stipe.
So we got 305 in August in Perth. That's Australia's card.
Yep.
So it's not going to be that one likely.
Nah.
I feel like it's going to be on American soil. So
yeah, it'd probably be Vegas.
306 though is the Sphere. It's not going to be the main event for the Sphere.
That's in September, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And then 308 is in Abu Dhabi, but I don't know what 307 is yet.
Okay.
And then 304 is in Manchester. So,
and that's July, Manchester?
Yeah.
I mean, July, it's possible. It's possible it could be Tom Aspinall, John Jones in Manchester.
Or do we see Stipe John Jones main event, co-main event, Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blades? Like they did whenever they did Yair versus Volk and
yeah, but that was Volk was fighting up a weight class, and then they introduced an interim title,
interim belt. Yeah,
which was stupid. That was dumb then too.
Yep.
I don't know. That whole thing, man. He has to fight Tom Aspinall. He has to fight Tom Aspinall. No, literally, no one cares about
if he fights
him
Tom
fighting
Aspinall
Stipe.
in England. That would be one of the biggest. I'd be insane.
Yeah, I don't think he does that though.
I don't think you give home field advantage to the opponent,
the interim champion.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, I don't think John Jones accepts that either.
Not saying it's home field advantage, but you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, yeah. I just think, like, I don't know, no one cares to watch him fight Stipe. Everybody wants to see him fight Tom Aspinall or even out like Alex or somebody. Like, it just, the Stipe fight has just, I don't care about it. I don't.
Think about this, though. All right? Think about this. There is no title fight on UFC 303.
Correct. That July 29th.
Yeah.
Or June 29th, the McGregor card.
Yeah. There's no title fight.
Right. So that's what started the idea that it could be
the 165
a 165-pound title.
Sure.
You know, but yeah, I mean, are you saying that there's I feel like if there was,
you feel like it'd already be announced?
Yeah, I do. And I don't think as far as adding another fight or adding a title fight, aside from making Chandler McGregor for a title,
bro,
I don't see him adding,
bro. Outside of that fight.
Well, McGregor, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be good.
Yeah, I know.
McGregor, it's gonna carry. He's gonna carry the whole thing.
I know.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's almost like from a business standpoint, they're not gonna put all their eggs in that basket when one egg in the basket fills it up. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like,
sure.
You don't need to stack that card. People are gonna.
But that would be the card potentially, or 307. But then 307. Well, in Manchester though, we're gonna see Leon Bilal likely.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it's 307. Maybe this is what the 307 fight main event's gonna be.
Yep. That's a possibility. I think
it
that
doesn't
makes
even
me
have
happy.
any kind of announcement yet. So
right. We've gotten nothing for that. So yeah,
come to Atlanta.
Yeah.
307 Atlanta.
Yeah. So where you don't even know a location or anything for that yet.
Nothing's announced.
And that would be what, October?
well, if 306 is in September, it would probably be early October.
Early October. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's likely when we'll see who we were just talking about.
John Jones.
Well, not yet. John Jones, yes, but that's likely when we'll also see O'Malley
at the Sphere. O'Malley and Marab are trying to fight at the Sphere in September.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So you'll get them in September, ideally.
So then if you then maybe we get Islam. No, Islam's fighting Dustin, so
in June, and then he'll probably fight again in November.
Has to be John at 307, right?
Yeah, if you get Leon.
Co-main Pantoja Erceg too?
Yeah, that'd be good. I'm down for that. Definitely down for that. Erceg showed he belonged last night, man. It's Absolutely. Good for him. But I don't know, man. You got anything else?
No, I don't. I mean, outside of just what's to come for some of these guys, like what's next? No, not really. 302 is coming up. I mean, we'll do a not really a preview, but we'll do like just a impromptu episode just to kind of talk about 302. We probably won't do any like previews for the next 2 fight nights. We'll just kind of do like our normal weekly episode and kind of talk about them a little bit, but we'll just keep everybody updated on what's going on in the UFC, what's going on in MMA, things like that. And then other than that, no, not really. And then we got 302 June 1st.
Yep.
That part's not bad, dude.
No, I know. And that'll be here before you know it. And then, obviously, anybody listens that follows us on social media, I put out some stuff. The boys, me, Joel, and Nick will all be attending Cage Titans 65 in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Let's go.
On May 25th, headlined by longtime Over the Octagon friend Joe Skeletor Giannetti, who is fighting for the Cage Titans lightweight title. Some other guys that we've interviewed. Andrew Valdina is on that card. Joey Guns Poirier is on that card. With all of that, we felt like, man, we have to get up here and do this. So Airbnb is booked. Flights are going to get booked. Hammering out the details, but we will be there May 25th. So anybody in the Massachusetts area that listens to our podcast, if you're coming to Cage Titan 65, let us know. And we're gonna try to make some shit shake, baby.